So this is going to be hopefully a quick video. I got new glasses. Actually they're like the same glasses, but I lost them over the summer, so I just ordered the same exact ones this time, just because I really like them. So yes, if you don't know, I wear glasses. This is going to be a video about some advice, and it's just a little quick piece of advice before I head out here. And really, the thing I want to talk about is a lot of the time, as a military spouse, I think, in my opinion, we find yourselves always trying to stay home a lot, and at least when you're going to get the opportunity to talk to them, you find yourself staying home a lot, and even when they're not. Because you're always trying to wait to see if they're going to get on Skype, or you're going to get a phone call maybe that day or something like that, or maybe they're here in the States still, and you you want to talk to them as much as you can, so you'd rather just stay on the computer or on the phone at your house or whatever. And I think, personally, my advice to you, especially if you're new to the whole thing, don't do that. Really do not stay home 24/7, 300 and 65 days a year, whatever it is. Just because I don't think that that's really healthy, and it took me a while to realize that, because I always used to just want to stay home, stay by the computer, beyond Skype, and stay by phone, because I really miss him so much. And don't get me wrong, I obviously miss my Marine or whatever, but it's just not healthy. It's something that's just gonna drive you crazy. And sometimes you won't get that phone call, sometimes you won't get to see them on Skype, and if that happens, you're probably gonna go to bed really sad, and you just don't want to do that. I mean, I really think it's really unhealthy for you to do that, because you're always focusing on it. And I would just say, try to, while they're not at home, even if they're like, let's say you live in Tennessee and they're all the way in California or whatever, you're still going to be able to talk to them. Obviously with time difference or whatever, it makes it a little bit harder, I guess, for you guys to talk or whatever. But the main thing is that you don't stay by your computer. Remember to take a little time for yourself as well. And sometimes we end up losing ourselves, or we forget that life doesn't stop because they're not at home. Sorry, that's text. But we sometimes forget that life doesn't stop because you're not at home. They're not at home. Life still has to go on. You still got to do things. You still have to get out. Especially if you're young, you need to be able to learn how to balance both. And I think if you're new to it, just don't fall into that whole thing of being behind a computer so you can see them on Skype. And don't get me wrong, I mean, occasionally, you could do that during the week or whatever. You go to school, you come home, fine, whatever. But, when it comes to maybe the weekend, I'm not saying every weekend, but remember to always take a little time for yourself to do something that's going to make you happy. Spending the night, having a girls' night out with your friends, or just having a night out with your friends, or it doesn't even have to be at night. It can be, just learn their schedule and learn your schedule, and then sort of work around it and see maybe what's the best time for maybe you to take a little bit of time off. Like, my Marine has had to have night classes, and I have night classes. So we talk sometimes during the day or whatever, but then when I don't have a class or whatever, he still has night classes. So I would take that time, maybe once or twice a week or whatever, to maybe do something that is a little bit fun for me, maybe hang out with my friends who I haven't hung out in a while, and then the rest of the time, I still do that, and I still obviously stay at home and try to talk to him as much as I can. But my advice to you is try to not to lose yourself. Remember, life still goes on. Remember to take some time to have fun and to take a breather, and that if you do that every once in a while, it really is going to be helpful. And it took me a while to learn that, because I always used to just stay home all the time. And actually, it took me to probably this past January to learn that. And more and more I realize, you know what, I do miss going out with friends and having a good time. And I realize that he's going to be busy a lot of the time as well. So while he's busy, that's when it'll make me happy to go ahead and talk to him. Because sometimes, a fun night to me really is a chance to get to talk to him and to see him on the camera. That's a fun night to me. But when I can't and I know I'm not going to get the opportunity to see him, then that's when I take advantage of that time and maybe hang out with friends just to get my mind off of it, to get like a breather of everything. And it's just, that's basically what I would say to you guys, just to remember that, you can still do things, you still have fun or whatever. That is just really not healthy. It would really just drive me crazy, to be honest, to be behind home all the time. And now that it just, every once in a while I go out with friends or whatever, and it really just helps me a lot. So, yeah, I hope that, especially if you're new, if they're coming out of boot camp or whatever, or MCT, and they're getting their first MOS station, then, I think we fall into that hole, I guess you could say. We fall into it. And I just want to make sure that you guys remember not to fall into that hole, because honestly it sucks. You miss out on so much, and sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not worth it. It's basically remembering that, yeah, you can still talk to them on the computer and stuff like that, but you can still also maybe go into the daytime, go to the movies that day. You don't have to be out for hours. You can just go to the movies, go out shopping with your friends, go to just say, hey, I'm going to go to the store, let's hang out while I'm at the store, something like that. And right now, I'm about to go hang out with my friends, and I know that he's probably busy right now, so that's why I'm taking advantage of the time to go hang out, just to kind of make the time pass until I know that I'm going to get the opportunity to talk to him. So yeah, I hope that was somewhat helpful to you guys. I just want to make sure that you guys don't fall into that, because it really does suck. And just remember that life does go on. You still have to continue living. Especially, it really does help to make the time go by fast. And I think as a military spouse, you always want the time to go by fast until you get to see your Marine, your sailor, whatever it is that you have. So you always want time to go by fast. And that's definitely something that's going to help make the time pass. So yeah, I hope that was helpful, and I hope this wasn't too long, and I am going to just let you guys go because I have to go right now, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Remember, 7 for 5. Okay, that was whack. Sorry. Bye.